Hello to the great big beautiful world and all its great wonderful amazing people. My name is Justin and thank you guys for tuning in today. If you haven't already, I want you to go check out the video. I'll try to link it right up here in a little card or something, but we've actually been off working up here in Baltimore for the past week, and today is Sunday. Today's usually a day that we don't really do much, or we go to our local yard and we do some things on our equipment and whatnot. So today I figured that when I got time, I would try to make a separate video from those vlogs, just making my rounds, finding different places to eat and things to show you guys from around here. And I figured what better way to start the day than getting some breakfast from inside our hotel here at Town Place. And I just kind of want to show you guys a little bit right here. I might do some B-roll footage of it, but this is the breakfast they had this morning. It's kind of late getting down there this morning. We're not exactly leaving real early, so this is kind of stuff that's left over, but overall it looks pretty good for a hotel breakfast. I myself personally am not that big a fan of hotel breakfast because it just for me tastes like typical cafeteria food. And I know some people's gonna be like, well, you know, if you're trying to save money, that's the way to go. And considering that the company I work for pays for the hotel rooms and this is free in the mornings, I understand completely where you're coming from, but when it comes to food, I don't play around. Like I'm somebody that I love really good food, and when it comes to cafeteria style stuff, it's usually a hard pass for me. Most of the time I actually buy my own breakfast whenever I go to Walmart, whenever we start these pools. But let's give this a taste this morning, see what's going on. You'll see on my plate, if I can quit shaking, it's so cold out here. It's been real cold since we got up here. We got the cream of the crop. We got the actual star of the plate. We've got the one and only, the thing that never fails when it comes to breakfast. We got white gravy on top of a good country style biscuit. It looks like a real good biscuit too. It don't look like nothing that's pre-packaged or pre-frozen, which is, like I said, kind of crazy for, you know, hotel breakfast, but this biscuit looks like it's very promising. We got some little potatoes right here. I don't know how well you can see those guys. You know, not exactly too promising, but you know, just something to throw in there and give you guys a review on. And we got a bus pulling in here. Huh. Didn't realize they had buses that pulled up in here. Apparently must have a lot of people getting on for bus coming up here this morning. Headed to the airport. And then on the other side we have an omelet that's stuffed full of cheese. I'm gonna try to go ahead and try to eat this stuff because it's cold out here. It's starting to already cool this stuff off. So here comes the potatoes. I didn't put anything on any of this just to give you guys a real review of the actual quality and taste. Comes with potatoes, wasn't expecting a whole lot. They kind of just there. It's kind of just something to put on the plate. They kind of mushy. They kind of, you know, they ain't really hitting, not really crisp anymore, not really that great, not really a whole lot of seasoning going on. Cafeteria style deep fried potatoes. It's what I come to expect. So now we're gonna move on to the cheese omelet. And whenever we come to this omelet, I'm gonna kind of show you guys, you get up in there, I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up, but there's melted cheese all through there. So let's see how this tastes. You know, it's not bad. Bet you if it was heated up, me personally, I throw a little bit of ketchup when it comes to eggs, but ketchup, little grain of salt, heated up, probably really passable. So omelet, it's not too bad. Now, the star of the show. Let's move on to gravy and biscuits. And while it looks promising, I'm gonna be thorough about this because I'm not a sucker. I'm a sucker for white gravy and biscuits. Like, this is stuff that we make back where I'm from, so you know it's got to be right. Just kind of give you guys, you can still see some of the heat coming off of this stuff. That gravy was hot whenever I poured it onto this plate. Here we go, gravy biscuits. I gotta tell you, it's actually pretty good. And when I say pretty good, I don't mean in the sense of it's better than I thought. I mean, it's actually pretty good. It's actually really good. If I was coming down here and I had to pick up my breakfast this morning, I'd probably get 2 of these biscuits with the gravy on top of it. Wouldn't really worry about nothing else, me personally. And yeah, a good free breakfast that'll definitely fill you up with gravy and biscuits. So we're off to a good start this morning. Now, the weather has been pretty bad the past couple of days, but today is looking like it's going to turn out to be a very pretty day. A little chilly, a little crisp in the air, but yeah, let's go on a drive and let's find some good food to eat today. All right, and the work day is over. Wasn't a real long day, but it was a good day. We got everything done that we needed to get done, and now we're gonna go find us something good to eat. I'm gonna bring you guys along. Let's go get our munch on. So I mentioned in my first week in my little vlog I did up here while we're working in Baltimore that around the area of the airport, there's all kind of places to go find stuff to eat and different hotels. And this is a little shopping center that's right next to where we're staying at. Well, I say shopping center. I mean, this is really what it is. It's just a few restaurants right next to each other. But there at the very end is the Glory Days Diner where my finger's pointing. And I might try to come back here tonight if they're open and get something from there just to see what that's about. But I'm really interested in Potbelly Sandwich Shop because I've never had anything from there, but I've been seeing it all over the place. And so, yeah, I think we're going to go in here and we're going to try Potbelly. All right, we went in, we got the goods. Let's give it a taste test and let's see what they about. Now, I will say that I guess I could have recorded the shop going in there. It's basically just like a Firehouse Subway. I mean, I kind of figured that walking in there. It says sandwich shop. I got the pizza melt, and the only thing she said, do you want white bread or I think grain bread or wheat bread, whatever. Of course, I went with white bread. And then she asked me if I wanted mushrooms. Now, I always get mushrooms on my pizza. I like mushrooms on my pizza. I understand some people might not like mushrooms, but since she asked, I went ahead and got them. Since this is a pizza melt from Potbelly Sandwich Shop. Customer service was great. They were really nice. They were really friendly. And yeah, it was pretty good. Now, the only thing I will say, when they asked me for my drink, they said, you want regular or large? I didn't order a large because I've already got drinks and I wasn't trying to spend a huge chunk of change here, but I did say I wanted regular. And this is regular. Now, I know some people are going to look at this and be like, yeah, that's more than enough soda. That is a regular size. I'm used to regular sizes being bigger than this. I'm sorry, but I am. Not really a huge complaint. I really wasn't trying to get a huge drink anyway. It's just, I don't know, like a couple inches taller or something to me would be the size of a regular drink. I'm just saying, something nitpicking to be about, but hey, you know, cheers. So the big question is, now we're going to get into this sandwich, and I want to see everything. I want to see how the bread is. I want to see the ingredients. I want to see the toppings. Because I really couldn't see them put the sandwich together. There's like a huge bench thing that's right in front of you. You're not looking at glass and then putting the sandwich together in Potbelly shop, or at least this one that I went to. You walk up to the thing, tell them what you want, and you can barely see their head over the thing, even as tall as I am. And you walk down to the next station, they ask you one or two more questions. You get your stuff at the end, you pay for it. That's it. Nothing too great and spectacular about it. Ooh, wee, this thing is drenched in sauce. Not complaining, just saying. I'm gonna try my best to hold this up without getting this all over the place. You know what? Now, you know what? I'm not hating on this. I'm not. I like the way that this looks. I like this sloppy, crazy, messy looking sandwich. Kind of reminds me of a meatball marinara from Subway, just not as big. Just before I bite into this, give you guys a good little look at the ingredients that's up in here. Mushrooms, pepperoni, marinara sauce, obviously, provolone cheese. It's got some Italian seasoning. Let's see what she's about. Hot. Hot. I ain't getting no napkins. I'm gonna have this stuff all over the side of my mouth. Yeah, see, after my first bite, I drunk probably about a third of this drink already. It wouldn't last normally, so I suggest if you're like me, get a large whenever they ask you what size drink you want at the end. Oh, that pepperoni. That pepperoni is hitting on this. That's some good pepperoni. Like, no joke. This feels like true, authentic, real Italian pepperoni. It's good. It works. I never thought I'd be this happy with pepperoni. Pepperoni to me has always kind of been one of the things, like it's a topping. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's there. Kind of a classic thing to have on pizza. But a lot of times it's just overlooked. But this right here, this is some grade A pepperoni. I'm not lying about that. The meatballs. The meatballs are kind of there. The meatballs got the seasoning. It's good. The bread, I got to give a shout out to the bread right here, though, because I will say this bread is crisp. This bread is real flaky. Like, I can do that. It's got a good crunch to it. I mean, the bread's good. The whole sandwich is good so far. I don't really have any complaints. And I think I spent a total, pull out the receipt where I can look at it, with a tip that I put for the people in there working, with a tip included, I spent $13.55 on this drink and this sandwich. There's no chips, there's no cookies or anything like that. I spent a total of $13.55. And like I said, that's with a 10% tip. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna go in here, these people are working, I can throw in a tip, you know. I've got the money to be able to do so. God's been good to me. Throw in a tip for you people that's back there working, because we depend on our fast food workers. We depend on our fast food workers, restaurant workers, gas station workers. You know, try to be nice and try to give a little if you've got extras, what I've always said. My biggest complaint is the portion size. Now, I know some folks from where I'm from that would absolutely love this like it is. They're going to think the portion size is perfect. Understand that. I'm a big dude. I can eat a lot of food at one time, especially when it's real good food like this. I just wish there was more of it. More sandwich, more drink. At the end of the day, it was $13.55, but it's real good ingredients, and I feel like this is actually worth it. I will say, I do 100% think this was worth it. I think this is money well spent. I think it's worth a trip just to stop by there for a quick, good little sandwich. I highly recommend the pizza melt from Potbelly. This sucker's good. We've got our sandwich. We're heading up to our room to get changed, get some other stuff done, and yeah, we'll try to go to Glory Days this evening, see what it's about. Bath and mirror time, mirror time. All right, so we done got changed. We worked on a couple things today while we was here in the room, and now we're fixing to go back across the street and we're going to try out Glory Days Grill. I've never ate there before in my entire life. I really don't know anything about it. This is going to be a first for me. So, yeah, let's go hop in the truck and take a trip over there. And I'm going to see if I can get the food to come back here to try and eat, because I'm just a shy person in public. I'm not really trying to bring out a camera in front of a bunch of people and vlog trying to eat food and whatever in a public setting. So we're going to see if we can do that. If not, then we're just going to have to do what we can do while we're in the restaurant. So let's go. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, it hasn't warmed up today. I've been trying my best not to say it's cold outside, guys, but oh my Lord, it's just not warming up. It is still so cold. Like, I just need the sun to stay out a little bit longer, try to warm things up. Please don't go down now. I'm not gonna lie, I really miss my personal truck. Whenever you're back home and you're in that little Tacoma, it's just so much easier to get around. When you're up here and you got all this equipment and it's the only way you can get around, you got to park way at the edge of the parking lot, and there's hardly any place you can get in to just do stuff like this. But hey, we're gonna make it work. Let's see what this is about. So they do have a little side room here whenever you first walk up for to-go orders, and I'm not 100% sure. They've got menus out here for you to look at, so I'm assuming that somebody's going to eventually come by in here and we'll be able to place an order and do it like that. Because if I can do it like this, that would be great. But right now, we're just kind of waiting in the side room, staring at the menu. And I'm thinking about possibly getting the triple play. It shows a half order of baby back ribs, chicken tenders, and grilled fried shrimp served with seasoned fries for about $21. Sounds like a heck of a meal. And that's what I came here for. All right, walking out of Glory Days. Got us our food, going back to the hotel. Give y'all a review on it, and we're gonna see just how good this stuff is. I know I could have probably went in there and sat down and ate, but it's just something about me. I'd much rather just go back somewhere peaceful, quiet, to myself, be able to do this video, because that's just how I am. Now, when it comes, if my wife was with me, yeah, sure, we'd go out and hang out, have a good time, do a little video for you guys, and you know, especially if hanging out with family, any things like that, friends. But just by myself, nah, I'm comfortable going back, just being in my little solitude and doing this video for y'all. So we're back with our to-go order from Glory Days. I tried my best to straighten this bag out so you guys could see Glory Days to go, whatever. I know that whenever I do this review in this room, you're going to hear the air conditioning unit, and it's going to have a little bit of noise. It's a lot better than the noise that was going on inside that restaurant. Oh my Lord, it was loud in there. And that's another reason why I didn't want to do it there. Like, I feel like you wouldn't be able to hardly hear me in the video, or I would have to talk extremely loud and be annoying to everybody else in there, which kind of goes back to me wanting to do the review here in the room instead of there. It's a sports bar type place, kind of like Chili's or Applebee's, anywhere like that. Walk-ons pretty much, but I don't understand going in there and trying to do a review and you guys can't hardly understand or hear what I'm saying. I got to be careful what I film, how I film it, make sure nobody else is in camera, because at the end of the day, I understand all those other people in there just to relax, chill, have a good time. They ain't wanting me or anybody else with a camera in there going around, oh, look at this place, look at this guy over here eating that. No, we're not going to be annoying whenever we do these vlogs. I wanted to go there because it looked like a cool place from the outside. I wanted to get some food, and we was able to bring it back to the hotel room. Very convenient. Very convenient. They had that little room. Was in there maybe 2 or 3 minutes before the lady walked in, took my order, $22. I got my own drink here at the hotel. I didn't want to pay extra for another drink when I didn't need one. And yeah, let's dive in and let's see what this stuff is about. I'm hoping that I can get this open. There we go. I got it open. It's hard doing it when you got one hand on the camera. Y'all ready for this? I am. Oh, jackpot. Oh, yeah. Oh, the tenders look amazing. The ribs. Look at these ribs. The shrimp. Look at this. This is heaven for me. Chicken strips, ribs, shrimp. Oh, I ain't even cracked open this other box yet, and this was already worth it to me. Let's get your, come on, one hand motion. Come on, one hand on, there we go. And fries, and we got ranch for our chicken tenders. They asked me which one I wanted, and I said that was fine. So yeah, how do the fries look? You know, I'll let y'all know how they taste. I mean, they don't really feel that crispy, don't really feel that great. Just kind of whatever was in the kitchen, I guess, at the time that they threw on this plate. But not they don't look terrible or bad or nothing like that. You might throw them on salt or something on there, kind of get them a little bit more seasoned. But I mean, I don't think this was bad. You know, honestly, for $22, this is a lot of food right here. And especially when it comes to shrimp and that many ribs, that's most of your money right there. That is most of the money right there. That's about $18 right there. This, $4, $5 at the most. And it's 3 tenders, just in case y'all can't see it. It's not 2. It's 3 tenders. And they're good sized tenders, almost the size of half of my hand. And I got some big manly hands. Yeah, let's dive into this. All right, we finna dig in. I feel like it's important and crucial for me to go ahead and get the fries, go ahead and do a taste test on them and see how they are, because y'all already know it don't take long for fries to cool off between getting from there back here to the hotel, which, I mean, it's right across the road, so it wasn't really that long. And they're still relatively hot now, but once fries go cold, I don't even feel like it's fair to review fries because they all nasty once they go cold. So picking out the best looking fry here. That looks like a good one. Nice little fold crunch to that. I mean, it's, like I said, it's not terrible, but I've seen better fries. But let's see how they taste. One more. Yeah. It's a passable French fry. It's passable. They're not nasty. They're not bad. They're not the worst French fry in the world. They're just passable French fries. You get this is the main thing you're paying for. This is just to literally go right alongside of it. So yeah, now that we've tasted them, we're gonna be diving into the main course. I think I should bring out my friend Tony Satry's. I buy this everywhere I go whenever I travel. This right here, this is our secret sauce down south. Maybe if I just sprinkle a little bit of that on these French fries, roll them around a little bit, give them a good little shake, a little toss. And now let's try them. That French fry had a good crunch. That one had a good crunch. That was a real good French fry there. But I guess because it had such a good crunch, it didn't hold none of the seasoning. So here comes one that does have a lot of seasoning on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, salt your fries a little bit more. It's instantly a whole lot better. All right, we done messed around with these French fries enough. let's move on to the main course. And the first thing we're going to try is these chicken tenders with this ranch dipping sauce. So first bite, I'm going to do no sauce just to see how the chicken itself tastes, and then we'll dip it in here and see how it is with the ranch. So giving you guys a little look at the chicken tender. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Got a good crisp shell on the outside of it. Let's see how she is. Oh, it's a lot more tender than I thought it was going to be. And it's got some juice in it. Hold up. Yo, I'm not lying to y'all when I tell y'all that. Like, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up at all. The camera's not going to do it justice, but this chicken tender, that is a really good chicken tender. Oh my Lord, this is some of the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life. The seasoning, the breading, the way the chicken's cooked. Dude, this gets an A+ here. Like, this is like a 9.8 out of 10, pretty high up there. I was not expecting that. I'm legitimately shocked. Like, I wish, I'm still excited to try the ribs and the shrimp, obviously. And if they're anything like this, they're going to be heavenly as well. Now I'm kind of just wanting a whole basket of these things because these are glorious. Let's see how it is with the ranch. I hope it's good ranch because this chicken tender here has got to have some good sauce to go right along with it. It's decent ranch. It's good ranch. It works. Was not expecting that from the chicken tenders. I thought the star of the show was going to be the ribs. And they still might be. That's going to be hard to beat. That's going to be extremely hard to beat. I am very impressed with that. All right, moving on to what may be the star of the show. I don't know. It's going to be kind of hard to top these chicken tenders, that's for sure. Let's take a look at these ribs. Got a good little glaze on them. Got that barbecue sauce. They asked me what I wanted. I said, I'll take that tangy, sweet barbecue sauce. Or maybe it's not sweet barbecue sauce. I don't know. I just told them put barbecue sauce on there, so I don't know exactly the route they go with their sweetness. I'm barely doing anything to it, and it's already falling apart. That's a real good sign. Man, it's almost like I don't even want to touch this food, mess it up. It all looks so glorious. This was a good pick. This was a really good pick so far. I'm happy with everything that I've gotten so far. And the meat just flying off the bone. All right, so ribs. The meat's good. The smokiness is there. Can definitely taste it. The sauce doesn't do anything. I don't know what this sauce is. The sauce almost has no flavor to me personally. Like a little small hint of barbecue, but not like we're used to. Yeah, these ribs, like I said, they're good. Probably what you would expect from somewhere like Applebee's or something like that. I'm not hating on nobody or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you expecting Backyard Daddy barbecue grill type ribs that's been doing this for years and it's got a secret recipe and it's the greatest ribs in the world, you're not really going to get that with places like this. And I would have been totally shocked if they were anything like my dad's ribs. But yeah, they're not even close. I mean, the meat is good. The meat's succulent, like I said, but the sauce just... There's not really a huge hit of flavor. There's some flavor, but there's nothing that just hits you like the chicken tenders were. The chicken tenders were bomb. The ribs, it's not punching as much of a hit. Wow, listen to me. I can't even talk this stuff. It's not hitting me with a good solid punch like the chicken tenders did. We still got to try the shrimp, but so far the chicken's in the lead. These, a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10, like a B, you know, just a solid B, not a B plus or anything, a B. I've had much better ribs. All right, here we go. We're gonna try some shrimp. That's something else y'all gotta pay attention to when y'all watch these videos. Anytime somebody's eating barbecue, steak, ribs, pulled pork, whatever it is, chicken, always pay attention to how much they chew. It's not the toughest ribs in the world by no means. The meat's not bad at all. Did a couple little spots that were kind of hard to chew, but it's okay. You know, it's, like I said, it's passable. It's doable. Here we go with the shrimp. They asked me if I wanted grilled or fried, and I'm trying to eat better, which, I mean, really? Order all this food telling them you're trying to eat better? So we're going with grilled shrimp to try to even it out. Might as well be drinking a Diet Coke anyway. Let's see how the shrimp are. Okay, the shrimp got a good seasoning on them. It's a really good tasting shrimp. I don't know if some of y'all hate people licking their fingers or sucking them whenever they eat stuff like this. I got to. It's in my genes. I got barbecue sauce on my hands, grease or whatever on food. I'm gonna lick it off. I'm going to suck my fingers dry when I'm eating this stuff. Like, there's no way. It tastes so good. So, yeah, the shrimp. Let me get one more on here. That is a good grilled shrimp. That's a solid grilled shrimp. Probably a B plus. A minus. A minus. It's getting up into the A range. A little bit more seasoning would help it out a lot, but it's good. It's very good. I think I would rank this chicken, shrimp, then the ribs, and then the fries last. But I mean, the fries, that's a side. That's not part of the main deal. If I was just ranking in what's the best food that I got in this tray, in this plate. I felt like before I really close this video out, I should just let you guys know. Oh, I've been munching away on this. I've been enjoying this plate here. Just so y'all can see, we ain't playing around. These parts of the rib right here, I done washed my hands, so I really don't want to touch all over them again and get them sticky anymore from the barbecue sauce. But they were just, those end pieces on the ribs were kind of real tough. I just didn't feel like messing with them. But the shrimp are all gone. Them chicken tenders is definitely still gone. There wasn't no way they were surviving. And all that's left in there is pretty much bone and a little piece of old dried meat at the end of the ribs. Yeah, this was spectacular. Couldn't ask for a whole lot better. This was a really, really good, solid choice for this evening. I'm glad we chose here. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I love y'all. See y'all next episode.